Hey everybody, I am about, day 5, day 6, almost a week into this dieting thing. I didn't weigh myself yet today because we're doing this video late. I will start tomorrow by weighing myself and kind of seeing where we are. But I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know if I look any different. I haven't paid too much attention to that. But I feel different. I feel better. I haven't done a lot of exercise. I haven't been to the gym. I have been doing a lot of singing, which does engage my core a lot. And that has other effects too. When I'm singing, and I eat too much junk, my voice doesn't sound as good. So I've been very conscious about drinking a lot of water. I've been very conscious about eating less cheese, less chocolate, less junk that puts pressure in weird places. It makes me feel bloated. When I go to sing, I don't have as good a breath support. So very focused on eating a lot of fruit. I haven't ate a lot of vegetables, but I have had some more salad in my diet the past week, and I've eaten the entire salad when it's put in front of me. I made some better choices. Those of you who may have been following this, I had a funeral to go to this Saturday for my 98-year-old grandmother, and I made some pretty good choices, believe it or not. I did have a vanilla milkshake, a malted, because it was Nana's, grandma's favorite ice cream place. I took my nieces there to see where her great-grandmother really loved the ice cream from there, so I took them for ice cream. And I got a small vanilla malted. In the past, I would have probably had a large, and would have eaten ice cream from my nieces when they offered it. I didn't. And I didn't have any Linzer tarts. There was a whole table of cookies and pastries. I really didn't have a single thing at the house. At dinner, I had the salmon. I had just a single plate of salmon. Next to me, my wife had a chicken franchise she barely touched, and I was very, very tempted to reach over. I don't remember if it was on my own or I was scolded for trying at this point because I had a lot of wine. But I didn't eat any of her chicken franchise. I didn't eat any steak off of my niece's plate I ate the leftovers the next day, but I waited the next day. And I noticed Sunday, I was out all day. I sang in church Sunday morning. I taught a class Sunday night. I came home, I had a big bowl of fruit as I watched Homeland last night. And then after Homeland, we watched Fear, The Walking Dead. And by that point, I was pretty much crashing, exhausted. And as I walked to the stairs to go up to the bedroom, I really had an urge to eat. I had this thought, as if I need to eat. Not uncommon. Happens a lot. And I ignored it. Or at least I didn't act upon it. It plagued me a little bit as I went up to go to bed, and I thought about it a few times before crashing. But I didn't act on it. And that's huge, because there's so many times where I've either done one or two things. I stayed down here, and I started binging. And at that point, no food in the house is safe. I start eating whatever's in sight until I literally pass out from being so bloated. And that knocks me out. Part of that, it's like a food coma sits over. A food coma comes over me, and I have to go to sleep at that point. But I end up sleeping downstairs on the couch, which is never that comfortable, so I wake up unrested. Or I kind of sneak or take something up with me to bed, especially if I'm going to bed first, and I watch another hour of TV while I scarf something down. So I didn't do that. And I haven't done that at all, I don't think. Certainly not a lot in the past week. So it's choices, it's habits, it's not sitting on a couch all day watching TV, getting out of the house. Even if I'm not exercising, I'm getting out of the house. I'm not just sitting on the couch watching the news, which depresses me anyway, or crappy TV, which depresses me because it's bad and I'm not acting in it, right? I sang a lot. I sang at a fundraiser for the church on Thursday. I sang at my grandmother's funeral on Saturday. I sang at church Sunday morning. I taught comedy last night to kids, doing things that force me to be on my game, which for me, that means not eating a lot of junk because I want to feel good. I don't want to be hampered. Nothing worse than going into a class with kids and not being able to just do simple things like play improv comedy games. because I feel so bloated and gross, and my outfit isn't fitting the way it should because I bloated up and I'm uncomfortable. And it's very hard to just feel funny when you feel fat. Being fat doesn't bother me, but when you feel fat, when you eat all that garbage, right? That's not a good feeling. And it's to do improv comedy really requires to be in the moment, not being in your head, not worrying about what people think, not worrying about what you think about yourself. And when I perform a lot, I teach a lot, I really get more disciplined. When I sit around the house and do nothing but contracts, I hate to say it, that's a bigger income for me, being a producer, being a marketing person, creating business for myself and others, creating work for myself and others. At this stage of the game, pays better than actual work would pay if I went out and got work. But going out and doing the work, one way or the other, forces me, if nothing else, sheer vanity, right? I want to look not terrible. I don't care about looking great, but I don't want to look bad. I want people to listen to me when I teach. I want people to respect me when I teach on some level. And I want to respect myself and have the confidence which goes out the door when I'm feeling bloated and fat and all that other stuff. Usually doesn't get to me, but after a big meal, you're either ready to go to bed or you just don't feel good about yourself, right? So making better choices, living not as a couch potato, and now I really need to get back to that gym and work the pool into this a little bit more. I'm going to be in the city almost all day tomorrow. I'm teaching almost all the week. I feel good. I'm going to weigh myself early tomorrow morning. We'll do another video of that and really see where I'm at. But I feel good about the future of this. And again, thank you for all of you, for all your support. There's a few of you that really are just relentless, more dedicated about my weight loss than I am. And I don't think I could do this without you. And I really appreciate everything you've done so far and what you're probably going to do, keep doing, because you're freaking amazing. Thank you all, love you all, and have a good night.